Please subscribe and you can download this code from description below. Converting a large integer to a string quickly in Python can be achieved using different approaches. Python offers built-in functions and modules that allow you to convert large integers to strings efficiently. Let's explore a few methods with code examples to demonstrate this process. The str function in Python can convert integers to strings. It's the most straightforward way to convert large integers to strings. The format method provides an alternate approach to convert large integers to strings. It allows you to format the integer as a string according to specific formatting requirements. With fstrings, introduced in Python 3.6, you can easily convert a large integer to a string. The performance in converting large integers to strings might vary depending on the size of the integer and the method used. However, the performance difference is generally negligible for most practical purposes unless dealing with extremely large integers. Optimize for speed. If speed is a critical factor, benchmark different methods to determine the most efficient one for your specific use case. Memory consideration. Keep in mind that extremely large integers may consume more memory, which can impact the performance of your program. Choosing the right method, depending on your requirements, readability, formatting, etc., choose the method that best fits your needs. Python provides multiple straightforward methods to convert large integers to strings quickly. The choice of method largely depends on your specific requirements and the context in which you're working. It's recommended to consider factors like readability, performance, and formatting needs when selecting the appropriate method for your use case. Feel free to use the code examples provided to convert large integers to strings in your Python projects efficiently. ChatGPT. Certainly. Converting a large integer to a string quickly in Python can be accomplished using various methods. In this tutorial, I will introduce you to two primary approaches, using the str function and the format method. Additionally, we will discuss the performance considerations for very large integers. The most straightforward way to convert an integer to a string in Python is to use the str function. This function takes an integer as an argument and returns a string representation of that integer. This method is easy to use and suitable for most cases. However, it may not be the most efficient for very large integers. Another way to convert an integer to a string is by using the format method. This method provides more flexibility in formatting the string representation of the integer. The format method allows you to specify formatting options, such as adding thousands separators, in the example above, or controlling the number of decimal places if you're working with floating point numbers. When dealing with very large integers, the performance of conversion to a string can become a concern. Using the str function is generally efficient for most cases. However, for extremely large integers, it may not be the fastest option due to the string allocation and conversion overhead. If you need to perform this operation in a performance-critical application and are working with extremely large integers, you might consider using a third-party library like GMPy2, which is an efficient arbitrary precision arithmetic library for Python. It can handle very large integers and provides fast conversion to strings. Here's an example of how to use GMPy2 for converting a large integer to a string. Please note that you will need to install the GMPy2 library if you haven't already. In conclusion, Python provides several methods to convert large integers to strings. For most use cases, the built-in str function or the format method are sufficient. However, if you're working with extremely large integers and require optimal performance, you may want to explore specialized libraries like GMPy2. ChatGPT.